Hello, my name is Caroline Kennedy and I'm Head of Careers at National College of Ireland. And I wanted to give some insights into, I suppose, how important the headline section of your LinkedIn profile is, and then give some ideas on different things you could include in the section to make it most impactful. So, with the LinkedIn headline, it is the very first thing somebody sees when they look at you on LinkedIn. So, if you look at the side panel of the screenshot here, what you can see, I suppose, is what somebody sees when they're looking and searching on LinkedIn. They see your profile photo and they see the first bit of your headline. So it's really important that when somebody looks at it, it gives them valuable information and I suppose makes them interested enough to want to click onto your profile. So you have 220 characters that you can play with there. It is the very first thing that people see. It's right beside your name and your profile photo in the search results. And I think the idea behind it really is that it should help the person looking at your profile very quickly understand who you are, what you're good at, and I suppose really what you want if it is a thing that you're looking for something. And ultimately, the idea is, I suppose, that it's interesting enough that maybe if it's a thing you're looking for a job, that a recruiter will click on it to find out a little bit more about you. So what I would suggest when you're creating it, things to think about is, think about who you're making this profile for. So if you're a student and you're looking for a job, well, it might be that case that you're tailoring it to recruiters. If you're more experienced, you're happy in your role and you're looking to network and maybe get more, I suppose, contacts and all the rest of it, well, then it'll have a different focus. And maybe if you're self-employed, it will have a focus on selling yourself and your business. So depending on what stage you're at in your career and what you're looking forward for will depend how you pitch your LinkedIn profile. But regardless, it's important that you use keywords that are going to get you found in search results. And I suppose if it's a thing that you are job hunting or if it's a thing that you are using it to sell your own business, it's important that your value proposition is in there. So like, why would they be interested in clicking on your profile? Try to avoid lots of those words like hardworking, motivated, all of those kind of things that are just a bit too generic. But I do think it's nice if there's clarity in it. So it's nice when I look at a LinkedIn headline to know, look, what is it they're looking for? And what can you do, I suppose, really is the other thing that I'd be looking for. So here is some things that I'd suggest that you steer clear of because they're just so vague when you're creating a LinkedIn headline. So things that we'd often see would be, student at NCI, first class honours marketing graduate, but again, I've no idea what this person wants. Third year computing student, great, but look, what do you want? What can you do? What are you good at? Looking for new opportunities, that gives me nothing. It will automatically, when you set up your LinkedIn profile, it will automatically put in your job title of where you're working at the moment. So often you might see sales assistant at Tesco or whatever your part-time job is. Or, some people might go a step further and have, student at NCI and sales assistant at Tesco. But again, there's no value add in that for a recruiter. They've no idea what it is that they would be interested in you for, what it is you could offer them, or what it is actually that you're looking for. So it's important that you try and get that across in the 220 characters. So here are some different examples that I saw that I thought were quite good. So, computer science undergraduate at NCI, 1-1 grade average, good, proficient in Java and C and Python, karate black belt, just maybe to give an insight into their personality, and looking for entry-level roles in software development, available September 26. So look, that's quite a good LinkedIn heading. I know within 10 seconds, 2 seconds really, that whether or not this is the kind of person, if I'm looking for somebody that I might be interested in. Here's another one, an honours accounting and finance student, graduating 2026, 12 months experience as an audit trainee in a top 10 firm, Cap 1 exemptions, which will be of interest to employers, and again says what they're looking for, an ACA trainee opportunity. Then we've got a third year computer science student, data science focus, good at Java, building experience in C, wants to be a software developer and, is going to graduate in 2026. And then we've another one, a finance student, background in equity and market research, looking for, and then again gives an insight into when they're graduating. So these are just ideas. Obviously, you'll tailor this to suit whatever it is you can do. But I was trying to show you here the amount of information that you can get into a headline that will give employers a bit of an insight into you. So here's a few more, BA Honours 1-1 psychology students, so we know they're good. They're on a first, experienced in crisis support, available June 26. Now, what would be more helpful here is if they told us what they wanted. But, it's good, but I think what's missing is what they're looking for. So 2-1 finance graduate, good at bookkeeping and payroll, CAP 1 exemptions, looking for an ACA contract, and I know they're available in September 2026. So look, there's a few other, I suppose, examples there along the same lines. But my suggestion to you would be that when you're creating your headline, that you tailor it to the audience that you need, and that it very clearly shows what it is you can offer, why it is they'd be interested in you, and what it is that you want.